Welcome back to Welsh Beast Sports and the Wrexham blog. And I just want to talk about the latest Wrexham news. Please do me a favour. Please hit subscribe. Yes, please subscribe to the channel and come and join us. Lots of big things planned for the coming months. Thank you for tuning in to the latest episodes of the Welsh Beast Show with Matt Jones from Racecourse Ramble and Tommy Wynne-Lewis. Two great guests, two fantastic shows. If you've not seen them, go and check them out. Before we start, I have some big news to announce, some big news of my own. The Welsh Beast hoodie is ready. Yes, 5 years in the making, 5 years of blood, sweat and tears. I finally got some clothing ready. We're ready to launch. Take a look at these. All proper clothing, the real McCoy. These are not cheap hoodies from down the road. This is proper sportswear. It's proper clothing made in proper factories. I came up with the idea in March 2020 for Welsh Beast Sportswear. I have a range of sportswear designed. It's been difficult to get it off the ground for a variety of reasons. It's been a nightmare, to be honest. An absolute nightmare because it's done properly. These are not snide hoodies from down the road. These are not cheap hoodies with a logo. They're proper clothing. Each hoodie bespoke, manufactured. They're the real McCoy. So it's took a while to get off the ground. It's took a while to launch. Various problems, various obstacles, but quitting was never an option. So August the 1st, I launch the Welsh Beast hoodie. There'll be a big discount for the opening day, a big discount on launch day. So keep an eye out, more information to follow. If you're not following me on Twitter or X, find me on X and give me a follow. Find me on Facebook, give me a like and a follow, and get ready. It's the start of a new dawn. Big stuff planned, big stuff, better content, better stuff, lots of big ideas and lots of big plans. Yes, but let's talk about Wrexham, who are flying themselves, who are just unstoppable. The Wrexham machine is just unstoppable. The story keeps going. The story is not ending anytime soon. Take a look at today's leader, the Bible of Wrexham. Take a look at the back page. Reds off to a land down under. They're in fact landed, I believe. They've arrived in Australia for the summer tour of Australia. Who will they play? It tells you here. They'll be playing games against Melbourne Victory on July the 11th, Sydney FC on July the 15th, and Wellington Phoenix in New Zealand on July the 19th. You know, a great opportunity for team bonding, to get fit, to play against, you know, some new opposition, and obviously reach out to the Australian fans. I mean, we'd like to see Wrexham at the racecourse at some point in pre-season. Let's get a game or two, well, certainly in the UK, but of course at the racecourse as well. But these summer tours now are so important, considering Wrexham have a global fan base, a global audience they need to connect with, and they're a good experience for the whole squad, a good experience for everybody. The first American tour was a disaster. The second one, much better. They learned from that. Great matches over there. Very, very successful. Parky saying in today's paper that the team, the club, have done their research over there. They've been out on a recce. They've planned the trip properly. They're prepared. They've researched hotels and training facilities. So there's no mistakes this time. But I do have some advice for the boys in Australia. I have some advice. Listen to this. I have some advice for Parky and the whole Wrexham group. Do not eat any mushrooms in Australia. Please. Do not eat the mushrooms. I've heard some bad stuff. So please take my advice. You can ignore it if you want. You can tell me to piss off, but do not eat the mushrooms in Australia. My conscience is now clear. I've tipped you off. I've raised the alarm. I've done my bit. It's up to you. The choice is yours. But this pre-season tour of Australia will get the boys ready for the championship. Because as we know, 3 promotions in a row, the club have made history. No team has ever done 3 consecutive promotions like Wrexham did. They're in the championship, one division away from the Premier League. They're almost in the Premier League. Can you believe that? It's happened so fast, hasn't it? It's happened so fast. A roller coaster of a journey, a rocket ship, in fact, through the Football League, and the Premier League dream is on. The Premier League dream is a reality. What started off as maybe a bit of a joke, bravado perhaps, from the owners, is now a reality. And as Ryan Reynolds said, nobody's laughing now. I think it is testament to their ambition. They've certainly invested their money, but their time. They've done this properly, haven't they? Who could have thought this when it was first rumoured, when it was first announced? The excitement, the scepticism, the intrigue. Would it work? What's going to happen? How will it work? It was always worth the risk, wasn't it? The supporters trust did a brilliant job, and they knew they had to take this chance. It was always worth it. The exposure, the interest, and of course the money was always worth it. When you're languishing in the football, in the National League, when you're languishing in non-league football, struggling that season before the takeover, the season of COVID, they could have got relegated. COVID saved Wrexham, potentially. They were in big trouble that season, and relegation from the National League was a realistic possibility. And look where they are now. They can smell the Premier League. They can taste it almost. Unbelievable. But the championship is going to be one tough division. And as I've said recently, just enjoy every second of it. It's going to be hard to take if things are tough. Of course, Wrexham's situation has changed. The ambition has changed. The goals have changed. You're in the championship now. You don't just want to go straight back down. You don't get spanked every week and just roll over. But I just think, just enjoy it. Enjoy the games. Look at the teams they're going to play. I have some fixtures here. Obviously, it's Southampton in the first match away. They've just been in the Premier League. For me, I wanted Southampton in the first game, but at the racecourse, because Southampton are an established, in my eyes, Premier League team. They're a top 25 team in the English divisions. They're a founding member of the Premier League. They've spent decades in the Premier League. They've just been relegated, obviously. So what a start. What a start. This is what you want. This is get you revved up, doesn't it? It gets you revved up. And I booked the day off work for that, so hopefully I'll get a ticket. I should get a ticket, shouldn't I? You'd imagine there'll be thousands available, thousands. So I should be okay there, but I booked it off. I'm ready to go. The first game at the racecourse, West Brom. Another massive club. Played in the Premier League in recent memory. Big club. And then the third game, Sheffield Wednesday. A fallen giant, you might say, but still a massive name. Massive name. They come to the racecourse on August the 23rd. Boxing Day, we're home to Sheffield United. New Year's Day away to Blackburn. The last game of the season, a home to Middlesbrough. Swansea there at some point. Swansea. That's going to get everyone revved up, isn't it? But it's just breathtaking. It's just amazing to be a part of. Everybody is just so excited for this. It's a fairy tale, isn't it? I call the takeover a fairy tale. It's dreamland. And it's just been phenomenal from the day it happened. Obviously, the documentary has been a massive success because it's well made. It's well made. It's captivated people. A fantastic story, fantastic people, fantastic community. But it's the football that matters, isn't it? What happens on the pitch really is what counts. You can have the best owners in the world, the best team in the world, and be struggling on the pitch. You could have an utter bastard of an owner. Your owner could be a bastard, but you could be top of the Premier League, you know, flying. You could have the best owner in the world and be struggling. So it's the football that matters at the end of the day. It's the results on the pitch. We know that. But what a team they assembled from day one. I've said this before. The transfer recruitment has been exceptional. The team behind the scenes they put together from day one was always impressive. Rob and Ryan knew what they didn't know. They brought the interest. They brought the publicity. They needed footballing people behind the scenes. And I know some of the appointments haven't worked out. Some have upset fans. We won't go down that road. But from day one, they always brought in experienced footballing people. Let's be fair about that. And some haven't worked out. Some have made mistakes. Some have upset people. But the intention from day one, from Rob and Ryan, was to get football people in. And they've continued to strengthen behind the scenes. And like I said, the recruitment has been fun, just fantastic. Parky is probably the main man in this success story. Without him, I don't think it could have happened. They picked it. It's a cliche, isn't it? It's a cliche, but they picked a true footballing man. No nonsense. As I said, Ryan and Rob will do the business off the pitch. They will sell the club. They will generate the interest commercially, bring in new people, bring in new eyeballs, generate new interest. But they needed a footballing man. No nonsense. Just get stuck in. And Parky was the man. His demeanour, his attitude, his mentality. He's been so fundamental to the success. And the recruitment. No bad signings really. Some haven't had much opportunity. Some haven't quite worked out yet. Mo Farrell for one, cost £500,000. That's kind of gone under the radar. To be fair, £500,000 there, £500,000. That you don't want to lose, do you? So you think he'll come good eventually. He's got plenty of time on his side, but some signings better than others. But usually they've all done okay. All done okay. This summer, they brought in Brian Hardy from Plymouth. Decent. For me, not spectacular. A good addition to the squad. Very, a strong addition, capable. For me, he's not glamorous enough. He's not exciting enough. He's not, prolific enough from what I've seen. Was it 10, 12 goals last year in the Championship? Good. But is he the star that Wrexham need? They probably need someone else, I believe. Smith, he's got to prove it in the Championship. He finished the season really well at Wrexham. He had a great time at Reading, but when he came to Wrexham, he did deliver, to be fair. Sam Smith, he really did the business, to be fair. Hardy, again, solid for me, but not spectacular. Danny Ward's come in on a free, come back to Wrexham where he started his career. He's a Wrexham lad. He's a Welsh international. Good to have a Welsh international at Wrexham. We can't be too sentimental. I'd like to see more homegrown players in the squad. I'd like to see more Welsh internationals in the squad and in the starting 11, but we can't be too sentimental. We have to have quality. We have to have players that are worthy of being in the team. But again, it's so exciting. The town's buzzing. That day they got promoted against Charlton, the town was bouncing. You could tell early in the morning something was happening. I was out early. People were out early. It was bubbling up. People were excited. You knew something big was going to happen. And the result went Wrexham's way when Wycombe lost, and you just knew it was there on a plate for Wrexham. And they delivered. The way they came out against Charlton, the first 20 minutes, they were on fire. They were all over Charlton. And just walked through them. I mean, Charlton, another big club, recently in the Premier League. Reading, Bolton, Wrexham have finished above these teams. They're where they are on merit. And in the end, it was quite comfortable, wasn't it? We panicked round about March time, but towards the end, they started to turn it. They turned it on again. And Wycombe really fell off, didn't they? But that party in the town was buzzing. The town was buzzing when Wrexham got promoted. I mean, it was like Benidorm revisited. People were dancing in the street. They were fighting. They were snorting coke. They were chucking kebabs at each other. They were shagging in the street. People were shagging in the street. I stood on a guy's ass and the woman said, "Thank you." Honestly, it was just so exciting. And it's non-stop party. This is what it's been like. It's been a non-stop party. And the championship is just going to be something else. The first time in the second division for 43 years. You know, the Premier League is within touching distance. It's there for the taking. The Premier League is there. It's a shame Paul Mullen has gone on loan to Wigan, but the reality is it's for the best. It's a shame how it's happened, you know, and I think he's leaving on bad terms with Parky. That seems to be the rumours and the understanding, but his contribution will never be forgotten. But he just have lost his form, hasn't he? And it just wasn't working out anymore. And like I said, you can't be sentimental. You can't live in the past. And I think Wrexham are moving on from Mullen now. They have to. And if Mullen rediscovers some form at Wigan, stay at Wigan. Don't come back. Don't come back, because it probably won't work out again. Mullen's time at Wrexham has probably come to an end, which is a shame. The shame, you know, he couldn't quite have the proper send-off. Maybe we can bring him back for a friendly of some kind, as you know, and a send-off. But you know, I mean, astonishing. Over 100 goals. Absolutely breathtaking. Brilliant footballer. Brilliant all-round footballer. Can do everything. You know, lots of transfers linked to Wrexham at the moment. Lewis O'Brien is the latest one. Apparently that's close to being done. The wages might be a problem, but Lewis O'Brien from Notts Forest, who's at loan or was at loan at Swansea, £5 million. Massive transfer for Wrexham. That's big bucks for Wrexham, but it goes to show the muscle now they have, the financial muscle. Apparently it's a done deal. We'll wait and see. Lots of rumours this summer as usual. Vardy has been linked again. He's always linked. Christian Eriksen, that was ridiculous, wasn't it? Ben Davis at Spurs. I mean, he's on $3 million a year. That's probably way too far for Wrexham. Even though the commercial revenue has gone through the roof, the financial value of the club has increased dramatically. They're bringing in the Allen family as investors. They're buying a larger stake in the club. Smart move that by the owners, wasn't it? Smart move by Rob and Ryan. Bringing new investors in at the right time, adding more muscle, adding more stability. But again, the club has to be self-reliant. They've released new training stuff, training kits today, sponsored by Ancestry. Looks very smart. The Welsh tartan, it looks gorgeous there. So new training wear has been released. New training kit looks fabulous. The new shop just down the road from where I am on Eagles Meadow, that's going to open next week, I believe. Or this week, is it? a new megastar in the centre of town. The commercial interest in the club is through the roof. You've got to capitalise on this opportunity. The club's got to be self-reliant, and you've got to be spending your own money. That's what they're doing now. They're spending the money they're generating through ticket sales, through sponsorship, through merchandise that goes around the world. But the Championship, what can they do? How far can they go? The Premier League dream is there. Just enjoy it. You can't predict the future. What you can do is just enjoy every moment of it. I think Wrexham can stay up. They need 60 points to be very, very comfortable. 60 points would have got them 12 last year. And just to be comfortable, I mean, they can do it with less than 60. But 60 points will make them comfortable. And they can do it. This squad now can go up and survive, I think. They've got the momentum. The momentum is with them. They're a runaway train. They're unstoppable at the moment. It's not happened in bits over 5 years or 8 years. 3 seasons in a row, or 4 seasons in a row. That first season with Parky finishing second in the National League, that was some performance. So this form has been from the start. It's not a year old. This is 4 years of playing like this, 4 years of being this formidable. So the form is with Wrexham. The momentum is with Wrexham. And another promotion would just be, I mean, that would just be astonishing. If you thought this was dreamland, another promotion to the Premier League, that would be dreamland times 10. But to stay in the Championship, to get established in the Championship, you mean 43 years since they last got there. 43 years since they last played in the second division. Just stay up. Just stay up. And I think this squad, as it is, could do it. Might be a struggle, but this squad is good enough to stay up at least. And I think that would be some results. That would be some results. So all we can do is look forward to it. All we can do is enjoy every moment. It's another chapter being written about this great football club and this great town. It's not stopping anytime soon. But if the journey does end next year, if Wrexham do get relegated, I don't think they will. But if they do get relegated, you've just got to say, wow, that was brilliant. And just get established or remain established in the Football League. Stay in League One for a good 10 years or so. Wrexham is a Football League club. So let's get established in the Football League. Worst case scenario, but you can only be enthralled by it. You can only be excited. But if the journey does come to an end, you say, wow, thank you very much. Thank you for that. It was fucking amazing. Cheers, guys. Keep watching. Stay in touch. I'll be back very soon. I'll see you again.